Ep.83. I think I'm dying here, man.
Welcome to the 3B Video Deep Cut Podcast.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun.
Aw, yeah, it's that time again for another bi-weekly podcast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and
Evil Dead Inks. And hey, Raj, you ever heard of Bayou Beavers?
Yeah, sure. No.
How about Tits Ahoy?
Oh, good old Tits Ahoy. You want to be in the Halloween special, don't you?
Oh, yep, that's a conclusion of another franchise. And I'll just throw this in super quick, just in case you've been, for the probably like one, maybe two people that are like, wait, they said they were going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game review next. All right, quick mini take on that. We fucking tried. But apparently, Old Man Evil has got an old Xboxer, while Raj and the rest of the gaming world has upgraded to an S or an X or on different systems. So us old fuckers like me are stuck playing with just other old fuckers. So I couldn't play with Raj. But we did try playing individually just to get a feel for it, to see maybe we can still like do an episode about it, even though we can't play together, which is kind of the point of the whole thing. Yeah. But we played it very Dead by Daylight in its style, and not that I'm blaming the Slashing Cast guys, but all the streamers, I think, just like Friday the 13th, that were streaming it early and making it a popular thing, made it so as soon as the casual people like us finally were like, all right, let's play, I immediately just kept running into people that have been prepping for it for, it feels like, a decade already. So I think I've played a total of maybe 3 hours, and I've maybe escaped once.
I played 2 full games. Hated them. I played them the day of release, waiting for you to download it, and then you're like, I'm going to get it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I played 2 games. Tyson played 3 games, and then it sat, and then you said, I can't play with you. And I said, okay. And Remix came over because it was a Saturday night to watch the fights, and I said, hey, since I can't play with Evil, is there a way to get a refund for this? And he's like, well, if you haven't played over X amount of hours, you can get a refund. I'm like, check, because I didn't. And he saw, how to do the refund. I got refunded, and now I don't own the game because I didn't like it. Here's the thing about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, where it differs from Friday the 13th. The Friday the 13th games, fairly faithful to locations, maps, yada yada. And I feel like Texas Chainsaw, there's a lot of it's just like up to interpretation and added in. Like the basement is gigantic and has 42 billion labyrinths.
I get lost so goddamn easily in this maze of a basement every time.
I hate it. And even the house's layout feels incorrect, other than the fact that you come through the front door, the steps are there, and then like there's the metal door. That's about all they got right. Everything else makes me...
Yeah, the rest is kind of like made up maps. All the survivors are... I mean, we had that for the Friday game, they're all made up survivors, but I would have liked some, or at least a character from the film brought in on the survivor side as opposed to just the killers. And I didn't care for new made up killers brought in.
Nah.
Either. I wanted just the staples, but so it's an okay game. I still haven't really gotten back in. I keep thinking I want to get back into it, and I just haven't. But maybe we'll get what we're looking for when Killer Clowns makes it to gaming. Because from talking with our boy Rush, he was saying that like the crew that made Friday the 13th split into 2 separate groups, and one made Texas Chainsaw and the other one made Killer Clowns. And you can tell which one went to and kind of did Dead by Daylight a little bit with Texas Chainsaw, and then you can definitely see the Friday influence of the other half of the duo on Killer Clowns game footage, because it's pretty much a brawl between survivors and clowns.
you're able to fight back, and that's exactly. I saw the cop in the trailer shoot a clown, and I went, well, I'm in. If I can fight back, and then I saw a survivor with like a baseball bat, I went, yep, there we go. If I can do anything other than run like a bitch, then I'm intrigued to play. But
I know you can.
That's a whole nother.
I know you can do some offensive things in Texas Chainsaw, but it's not quite the same. I know you.
It's very Dead by Daylight. Like
with
occasionally
a bone.
stab. Yeah.
I just never
Lame.
can find a for A Million Ways Out. I can never find one. It's very, very based on teamwork, even in Survivors. Which, if I'm not talking to anybody, which I'm not, hell of a time getting the fuck out of there. But there's our mini review for Texas Chainsaw, the game. We wish it was better for us.
It was good. I wish it was good.
But hopefully I won't have the same issue when Killer Clowns come out. Either I'll update my console by then, or they'll be generous to us old people. But new franchise, new territory. What are we talking about today? Where are we starting?
We are going to Honey Island Swamp. His swamp. And we are talking about Adam Green's Hatchet. And boy, am I excited. Let me tell you. This is my franchise. This is another very similar to Friday the 13th. This is my bread and butter. Evil and I both are big Adam Green fans, Joe Lynch fans, Aries Scope.
We are now, but do you recall when this movie first came across your radar?
I do. I saw a trailer for it, and I bought it on DVD. Just randomly purchased it on DVD at like a Walmart.
Do you recall where you saw the trailer with? Because
I'm not sure. I know we've talked about this before.
It's the same kind of origins for me. It was the before.
Is it Freddy vs. Jason?
No, it was before the Friday remake happened. They put out that His Name Was Jason documentary that had Adam, Joe, and Tom Savini hosted it. And one of the trailers before that documentary started was for Hatchet. So that's where I was like, and they made sure to put that face ripping kill in the trailer. So it's like, oh shit, that stands out. Maybe we should see what this Hatchet movie's all about.
You have refreshed my memory, and that's exactly where I saw it.
All right, same origin story then.
So purchased it, brought it home, watched it by myself because this was a weird in-between time in my life. I was divorced and like
2006, 2007.
Yeah, single Raj, and I was just infatuated with this movie. And then flip side of the coin, I was working at a factory with a buddy, Trent, who has a fairly similar movie taste to me when it comes to everything but horror. And him and his girlfriend were in the looking out for horror films, and he said, do you have anything new? And I was like, dude, Hatchet's where it's at. It's like an 80s splatter film. Let him borrow it, and he's like, that movie fucking sucked. So like it hit perfect for me and hit the exact opposite for him. So that's, a pretty accurate representation, I think you're either like an Adam Green fan or not.
It had to grow on me. The first one had to grow on me because it came at a time frame when I love that Kane even kind of mocks it in Holliston, Adam Green's sitcom show, where he's like, I'm working with a new horror director who thinks he's making the next big horror icon, which was part of the trailer hype. Is they said the next great horror icon is, and like hearing that, I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
heard this before. So initially, nothing about it really stuck out from anything that's like else that's out there for me. I'm not wooed by, the coveted Crying Monkey Award that it receives overseas. 900 different indie award things, like, does not intrigue me any further. Literally, the kills is what I was like, I'll check that out for a few bucks, which already by the time buying it used from local establishment around here, it was $5-7. So it's like, yeah, I'll take that jump. And it was okay. But again, didn't like, whoa! I found the next horror icon. It was kind of like, that was cool.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, you weren't.
It was a grower. Like, I didn't hate it, but wasn't like floored to where I immediately. It didn't break the Baby Driver rule.
Oh, it did for me. That's for sure. I was infatuated with it, and then this is like early internet, like early MySpace, Facebook type stuff. So I wasn't really in the know of like Bloody Disgusting or even Fangoria message boards and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I know when I started dating Megan, my wife now, we made a trip to a Walmart and boom, Hatchet 2 was on DVD and I was like, fuck yeah, bop, and bought it. But this movie for me, dude, it hit at such a perfect time, and I think here's where it works for us and where it when it grew on you is because on the surface it's just a splatter film. It's just a silly splatter film. But then once you kind of peel those layers and you're like, oh, Beekler's involved. Oh, you start reading things about Adam Green or watching things about Adam Green, and you start to like everyone involved in the process. It makes you come around and appreciate that movie more. Kind of like when we were talking about Texas Chainsaw 3D, how like, yeah, on the surface, it is what it is, but then like once you have that, like once you look at the layers.
I mean, digging more into Adam Green's story, yeah, the appreciation deepens heavy duty. And I dig that he put all these people that we know in the movie. But again, initially, when I saw that, that's something that's been like a thing that was going on at the time. Like, trying to acquire an Expendables level cast of like, we got and even here. Like, I just got a lot of movies out around that time that felt like, because we got these B horror movie star powers, like that'll make the movie better, but it doesn't. So it's like, so again, initially when I saw like, ooh, Robert Englund, Josh Leonard, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, and like now it's like, yeah, that's part of that's the family right there. But at the time, I was like, how much?
Another one of these.
Yeah, how much are these guys gonna have to prop up here? Like, is it like stuff that would later become like staple things? At the time, it was like, ooh, look like crutches to me.
I can definitely see that. I can see that, and that's why I said like the repeat viewings let you appreciate it more. And that's also further, you have to, if you just watch Hatchet 1 and leave it be, a lot of that stuff is just surface and feels like a crutch. And then once you visit the franchise and you see all of these things kind of anchored throughout this universe or whatever of Honey Island Swamp, the Ares Scope universe, even tying in Frozen and stuff like that. Really cool thing. And it's like when you find an indie band and it's like it's yours, even though the music's for everyone, you find it and you're like, this specifically belongs to me.
Yeah, the origins of gatekeeping starts there.
Yeah.
Then they hit it big and you're like, oh, everybody likes System of a Down now? I thought that was just me in 1999.
Fuck those guys. No, but like, yeah, that's how it is with Hatchet. Is even some like hardcore horror fans who seem to watch everything. They watch those weird, crazy, hard to find things that are almost like snuff films or whatever. Some of those horror fans either don't know about Hatchet or just don't care about Hatchet. So it still kind of has this weird like indie punk rock kind of feel.
DIY.
Yeah, it belongs to us type of thing, and that makes it special. And especially how personable someone like Adam Green or even Kane Hodder is. It really feels like that whole Hatchet army, that feels real.
You definitely. So going back to my first viewings of it, taking place in New Orleans, I was like, all right, that's been explored slightly before with like one of the Candymans and I think like Hard Target, but like, all right, we'll go with
Venom.
Yeah, well, I still haven't watched Venom.
It's not bad.
Still sitting on the shelf going, maybe one day. But I like that we're introduced to a big group, which I initially was like, oh, geez, we're going to watch like this group of like 6 or 7 like get picked off one by one. And then they don't. They're like, it boils down to 2 guys that joined a different group, which I thought that was an interesting twist. And then at the time, of course, didn't know, but Adam Green's one of the members of the gang, and his marijuana beads around his neck, which I like. He is a super side character in his own franchise, and he likes telling like his story slightly. Like eventually he'll end up in jail puking. But escapes murder in this movie. But get our initial gang with I always want to flip it David Joe Moore or Joel David Moore.
Joel David Moore.
Joel David Moore.
Later turd nuggets.
Yeah, playing probably the most manliest role I think maybe he's ever played.
And that's saying something because he's still kind of a puss in this movie.
Pretty much, but it's like this is definitely like Grandma's Boy era and Dodgeball, so it's
oh yeah,
like him with like I guess like that thing like Ryan Reynolds, like just grow facial hair adds a level of toughness to you. Like 10% toughness level is facial hair, so throw some sideburns and a goatee on him, he's a little bit tougher.
Little tiny goatee.
Yeah, I mean it works. It ups his toughness by literally probably 10%.
And if you wear like a flannel long sleeve under a short sleeve, I don't know, there's something about that too.
That's weird to me. That seems like the dude from Road Trip, like wearing like the God is Awesome t-shirt over a flannel like long sleeve shirt. Like that's bizarre.
So you've never been a long sleeve under a short sleeve kind of guy?
Oh, I love that style, that look. I've still got some shirts that are like that, but I've never done it with a flannel. I was like, that seems weird. A flannel is an outer layer shirt. It's not a... Only a jacket can go over flannel. Nothing, a t-shirt over flannel? Get the fuck out of here with that.
This is an outside shirt.
Yeah, this is an outer shirt, not an innie.
Yeah. Joel David Moore, though, he definitely steals the show in this movie.
He does pretty good. His buddy does all right, too. Like the arguing over the fade in high school is a good banter between the two. Then we got our sleazy film director with the
Shapiro.
Yeah, Shapiro with his two ladies, which shocked me because I forgot one was played Harmony. Brittany. The blonde is Harmony from the Buffy / Angel universe. So
Brittany McNabb, right? Or
Mercedes McNabb.
Mercedes, there you go.
Yeah, so seeing her for a good decade, and then all of a sudden there she is, this tits ahoy on Hatchet. Like, oh, didn't see that coming.
She's the uppity girl in the Addams Family movies, too, which really creeps me out because she's like 9, and that's her face. That's all I can see is like a 9-year-old kid, and then like, boom, she's pulling her boobs out, and I'm like, no, this is weird to me.
Slightly Daniel Harris-esque in that aspect, too. Like, to see her how she went from Halloween 4 to literally she is talking some dirty shit when we get the Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like,
yeah, it's weird to me. That I talked about, obviously, when we covered the Rob Zombie Halloweens. How, I mean, I know that they're attractive, but I cannot help but see a child because I grew up watching them as a child.
It's slightly torn.
It's gross to me. Like, that's like a confused, like half hard boner. Like, no.
It's like
something illegal about it.
It's like a speed bump. Like, I'm driving really fast, and all of a sudden, boom! I was like, oh shit! I should slow the fuck down. That hurt my head and my neck too.
So very weird, but they definitely they give us our boob counts. You know, it's just those two girls essentially.
Well, plus
flashing,
plus all the extras in the opening credits that clearly have to be just people at Mardi Gras. Which every time I see this, I'm like, one of these years we're gonna get one of these rooms that are way up in the sky and look down on the chaos of Mardi Gras. I know that's wicked expensive, and you got to pull serious favors to get those kind of seats. But like one day, because I definitely don't want to be amongst all these fucking people,
hoodlums, all these drunks,
the pores. No, I don't. I want to be up top with a shitload of bees, and like, show me something. All right, here you go. You put something away. Here you go.
Yes.
Nah, fuck it. Let me see it again. Throw 2 more down.
So you kind of brought it up where you said, you were, when you first watched this movie, you were like, oh no, is it going to be like a group of people and just one getting bumped off and then another getting bumped off? And essentially that's what this movie boils down to. And I think that's a lot of people's problem with this movie is once you, kind of wipe everything away. If you could just peel the layers of the movie back to where it was just a white screen with black lettering, it would be like, they run, they stop. Victor kills one, they run, they stop. Victor kills another, they run, they stop.
Yeah,
Victor kills another. That's literally
even casually
casually
viewing. I feel like they show up at Victor's house like 3 or 4 times. Like, man, they're like some Blair Witch shit. I'm like, that's not the same log, Mike.
There's no way out.
Sean, that's definitely the same cabin.
Takes talent to walk in a complete circle.
We are definitely just too fried to see straight. We just got to find Maggie. Is all we need.
At least I did it in half the time. But a lot of Freddy's Dead references right there. Deep cuts. But yeah, that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of this movie. And I think a lot of it had to do with budget and then, just...
Because it is lower here. Like, he gets more and gets crazier with each movie, which even the look of Victor Crowley in this is okay, but the face
well, it's Beekler, but it's very heavy makeup.
It's heavy, and at times it feels like when we get some close-up shots of the face towards the end after he's been set ablaze, like it feels very mechanical there.
Oh, got you.
Like later in the franchise we will get more like it looks tangibly like authentic, like it's could be
alive.
Alive, perfect, as opposed to like there's like 6 people probably working a fucking RC controller like 4 feet behind him with a million wires sticking out the back.
Yeah, I got you. Like he's just a
like how he blinks,
half puppet.
Like the blinking fucks with me up. Like, no,
like real slow.
Yeah, and like how the eye, like just how it all looks is like that doesn't look like a. That's not how Victor Crowley would really blink.
Like a Teddy Ruxpin doll.
Perfect. There you go. 100%. Or the eyelids go down, just.
Yeah, far too slow.
Yep.
Yeah, very very odd, but
like crest.
Yeah, I like his look in this movie, but I do agree that it continues to get better, and in my opinion, 3 is the definitive look for Victor Crowley. But obviously we'll get to that in a few weeks. But this movie does a really good job of introducing us to a type of humor and keeping that type.
The 2000s version of Splat Stick, I feel.
Exactly. Yeah, it's walking that line. If you could hop into a time machine and go back to this time period of cinema, like Shaun of the Dead had become
Planet Terror.
Yeah, we're in this era of we can be really funny, but we can still deliver the goods. Grindhouse is a perfect example, dude. Like
same year, 07.
Yeah, and Grindhouse is giving you everything you want. It's gratuitous, it's violent, the gore is top notch,
and over the top.
But it's very and very funny, which makes it easy to come back to because it's a popcorn movie. And I think that if you're a horror fan and you were watching this because it's got a bloody hatchet on the cover and it says like, the best throwback or whatever the tagline is on there, like throwback 80s slasher.
Harry Knowles says the next horror icon here.
Yeah. And you're expecting this straightforward horror movie, and you're not used to Adam Green's dialogue style, it can really throw you off. It's like how people turned on Eli Roth, because he's got that kind of like frat boy dick and fart joke humor, but the violence is very in your face. And I feel like Hatchet is very similar to an Eli Roth film because it can make people funny and make monsters scary and make violence entertaining but also disgusting. It's this weird
definitely disgusting
thing.
Falls for Eli Roth. I would think more like nasty and disgusting for his gore and kills. Adam Green's kills, I've said it before, and I think it's the best analogy I could throw to somebody is like, describe what an Adam Green horror movie is to someone who's never seen an Adam Green horror movie. And like, think of a popcorn slasher, but every kill is like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah, every time you say that, I'm like, that is literally perfect.
And it gets amped up with each sequel, how Mortal Kombat fatality-esque his kills get. I mean, it starts plenty in here. We have a lady's face ripped from the jawline, her entire head ripped off. We have literally a kill that I was doing the other day in Gears of War, where you rip a dude's arms off. The only difference is Victor Crowley just throws him on top of a body. I just beat a guy to death with his own arms, like 15 swings, which is all that really needs now, is just him beating this guy with his own arms into mush. But we'll get some of that later in the franchise. But we also have the infamous gas-powered belt sander.
Phenomenal.
Which I guess wasn't a real thing. That had to be made by a prop guy like there. Because
created, just for the movie.
Like, belt sanders don't run on gas.
If I could make one, you'd use it, right? Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's got to be really fucking intense. Like, typically anything that runs off battery power is strong, but shit that runs on gas is significantly stronger. Like a chainsaw is really powerful on electricity, but give that shit gas and then you're really talking. So, what kind of shit would you be sanding? I feel
just smoothing out a whole tree.
I feel like if you put that shit on a tree, it would look like fucking Edward Scissorhands. Like you would just get snow flying off. That's just wood chips everywhere.
Victor Crowley's out there making like angels and shit out of trees.
He just mows
just really
down.
Misunderstood.
Takes out an entire forest and it makes a giant chess set.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. It's 400 yards behind his cabin. It's just like
I really kind of wonder if if someone's ever put that into actual play, like gas-powered belt sander, or if that's.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to know if it's something that's just stayed in this world or has it actually become into real life.
Other than the gas-powered belt sander, also, obviously his primary weapon, which is the title of the film, is Hatchet, and it's literally a double-sided
axe. Yeah,
it's just a double-headed axe, just
with a short handle.
Now it's a hatchet. so yeah, now you call it a hatchet, I suppose. But he fucks up some people with that, and I'm trying to think.
Because he does.
Shapiro gets his head twisted completely around, and that's
pretty gnarly. Fucking neck thing. We have the one dude who's actually killed with the hatchet, like just chopped from like between his neck and shoulder, like all the way down.
Oh, Richard Reilly.
Yeah, Jason Goes to Hell style.
Ooh, that one's real good. That's really good. Haha, because it happened to Richard Reilly.
Okay, I think I found one, Milwaukee tool company, which legit tools if you get some in Milwaukee. The Milwaukee M18 Fuel 3-inch by 18-inch belt sander. No charger, no battery, bare tool only. $272.28. And yeah, I don't even know. I'm trying to actually show Raj what it looks like from my phone. Like it looks.
Might have to put that in the Discord.
It looks pretty similar to what we have in the movie.
Oh, that's fucking gold.
So that's probably been out before 2007, but I would like to give Adam Green credit for like, what if we had a gas-powered belt sander?
We just buy him one and then give it to him. Even if it's $270, it'd be hilarious. Like,
shit.
Hey man,
shit.
You inspired Milwaukee.
$270. Be like, can you sign this? I'll put it in my own frame.
You want to go outside? Sand a tree? Together?
My autographed Adam Green belt sander.
AG plus DM on a tree with a heart around it. Can we do it?
Oh, man. Let's see which
It's
one of
here
us
forever.
can quickly get put on a watch list from Adam Green faster. Yeah, AG forever with a belt sander on my tree.
Then you gotta, take an ink pen apart and rub that ink in there.
Return my calls at him, or it's going to be on your chest in your car next.
Oh, lordy. That's some Fear reference. Deep cut. Boy, I love that movie.
I don't know why it didn't get a sequel. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. He didn't make it. Unless he comes back
Yeah.
undead and still in love.
Like with metal arms and legs, like the aluminum
Maggots
monster.
crawling in and out of his penis.
Yeah.
Because he's a sex guy. He wants to have sex with her. That's all he wants.
That's all right.
That's gross. But either way, Victor Crowley probably has some maggots crawling in and out of his wang dang doodle.
I'm good never seeing the Wang Dang Doodle, but again, something that'd probably be fun to ask Adam, like, so what's the penis situation like on Victor Crowley?
Fucking mall rats him. Yeah.
So what's the dick situation looking like down there? Out of just curiosity, we have a personal bet going.
Burnt. It's
burnt.
Kane's.
Ugh. But
It's just like real smooth.
But we have Victor played by, of course, legendary Kane Hodder, and I guess would you say his second biggest role is outside of Jason is this?
I would. Yeah, I would. For sure.
So which
4 films and counting.
all right then
Plus
the fan film question: who wins in the fight? Kane Hodder's Jason or Kane Hodder's Crowley?
Crowley.
Really?
Crowley. 100%, dude. Crowley's a tank. An absolute tank.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just feel like it's aggressive.
Very aggressive.
It's like the cannibal corpse of
Versus Metallica,
movie
I guess.
slashers. Yeah,
Like
That's pretty good
It's hard,
analogy.
but it's not hard. It's Inner Sandman
like it can be
versus
played on the radio.
yeah,
hard.
it's Inner Sandman versus I Come Blood.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
But we get
but-
acting chops from Kane here. Like this is the first time we see him openly weep on camera. Like holy shit,
Jesus wept.
he has emotions besides rage and contained rage.
We are like 30 minutes in and we forgot the plot synopsis. So yeah, that'll tie right back into why we get to see Kane weep. If you want to give a plot synopsis 30 minutes in, fuck him.
Well, I mean, this is really not a plot necessarily. Like, well, shit, I don't know what's happening. Pretty basic. I mean, folks go into a fucking place they shouldn't be going, much like Camp Crystal Lake, and Kane Hodder's waiting for him as Victor Crowley, and he's gonna pick these people off one by one by entering his swamp. Perry Shin should have known better. Tony Todd knew better
True.
because he got sued.
Be careful walking on me sidewalk.
I'm so glad we get more Tony Todd in part 2 because he just has that one scene here, only to maybe be on equal ground with Perry Shin trying to be Cajun, a Cajun Asian.
Y'all try to crawfish yet?
Yeah, that's good when he just flips. No, we bear the bodies above ground. They tend to rise up.
I love when Joel David Moore's friend is like, you know what, Jucky Tucker? That's real good. But yeah, so Victor Crowley dies. We get the, I guess I would call it a very standard, traditional origin story.
We get parts of it. It's further explained into the sequels, much like Elm Street. We get a taste of it, but we get further explanations further down the road. But yeah, it felt kind of like Pumpkinhead a little bit. Kane Hodder's just trying to save his son from a burning house fire. Accidentally hits his son in the face with an axe, who's pressed against the door trying to avoid the fire. Victor Crowley dies. 10 years later, Kane Hodder dies. And now his ghost is still just haunting the woods. So
he's a repeater.
Yeah, I guess that's like they don't really give an explanation too much on why all of a sudden he did when or how he came back. They just start haunting that lake.
And you know what? I'm fine with that.
Yeah, like until now, I probably never thought like, yeah, but why does that happen? I don't know.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter.
He's done got my money. Who cares now?
Well, and that's the thing with 3, and because they're like, well, he just wants his dad's ashes. And that's pretty much like a very good, he just wants to be reunited with his dad, and that's why 3 would end it. But then with 4, we get like them
4 is a great
saying
like,
the curse.
Yeah, 4 is a great, like they bring him back perfectly.
Yeah, like, uh-oh.
Sometimes you're like, on the vanquishing and on the resurrections. When we get to the 4th movie, I'm like, that's a hell of a way to resurrect. I like that. It's lazy, but it's the perfect lazy.
Mm-hmm. Because it's funny.
Yeah.
Adam Green knows funny. And so here's the other thing that's great about these movies. If you're new to these movies, and we're spoiling the holy bejesus out of them.
Doesn't matter.
But if you're well versed in them, you'll understand what we're talking about. The way that these films end. So the first time I saw the first Hatchet, I was like, I don't like that. What the fuck? But then once there was a sequel, and you realize it's going to play immediately after one another.
Oh yeah.
It's so good because it's a trick for down the road. Like if you're going to watch a Hatchet movie, you kind of get lulled into better have a marathon.
Yeah.
You can, because you and I do it all the time. We'll start with like 2. We'll just decide to watch 2. But then you get done with it and you're like, I probably can watch 3. There's always a
Because he started with like the notion of like he wanted to do a trilogy when he did the first movie, but he didn't fuck it up. Unlike Muck, who's like, yeah, we got a trilogy. You know what? We're gonna start with part 2.
And you know what? That also is starring, air quotes, Kane Hodder.
Yeah,
that's how you do it wrong, folks.
Probably my hesitation probably stems from a lot of stuff from like Muck, of like a lot of build up, horror icons involved with it, and it's like
penthouse models and
it's like oh. But unlike Texas Next Gen, like I can rewatch a Muck now and find amusement in it. But
I have not watched it since that first time.
Oh, talk about something we should definitely do when we're both in the same place, same time, is have a commentary track for Muck, because I think
I'm with it.
I think it's due, because I definitely, when I rewatched it, I could definitely find humor in a lot of things. Unlike the first time we watched it, we were like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Just pure disappointment.
Oh my gosh, what a
Muck is literally like the gum stuck on Victor Crowley's shoe. It is less than nothing. It sucks so bad. It's annoying like gum on a shoe. That's what it is.
But yeah, that's definitely probably where the baggage I'm bringing of like hesitation towards watching something that's got that kind of hype around it, of like indie awards and a bunch of horror icons. Like, am I going to get mucked here?
Or Death House?
I never even bothered with Death House.
Whoa. Death House will make you want to hang yourself, dude.
Gosh.
It's not cool. That'll be a commentary, too. We should do that, too.
Yeah, we'll back to back them. But yeah, you're alluding to how this movie ends is we get a vanquishing of Crowley, which is a alright vanquishing. It's very gross, very shit, very Evil Dead, shit on your face kind of stuff. We have our, again, like Friday the 13th, we have our hero and romantic lead are gonna, get away. They survived. And then, oh shit, there he is back. And it's like, oh wait, no. Chick's knocked in the water. She's gonna get saved. There's a rescuing hand. Oh shit, it's Moore's hand, but it's completely severed from his body. And then we get a screaming Victor Crowley at a not Daniel Harris yet.
Yep, and a cut to black.
And that's a long wait, which at the time did not know there was going to be a sequel to it. Didn't expect a sequel to it. Just kind of figured it's one of those movies that just kind of likes to end that way.
And that's the same, like, that's what I was saying. and then I just randomly stumbled across Hatchet 2 at a Walmart and was like, oh my God, babe. And then, because my wife hadn't seen Hatchet 1 yet. So it was like, well, we're going to watch Hatchet 1 and then we're going to follow it up with Hatchet 2 because they belong together. And then I made a fan out of her as well. But
I think I acquired all my copies of the movie. Outside of Victor Crowley, the first 3 movies I all got through vintage stock because it was the only place that would stock them. And I would, again, like how you just kind of stumbled across it on the horror shelf over there. Like, oh, shit, Hatchet 2. Oh, what shit, Hatchet 3. Not till I got to Crowley.
Well, Hatchet 3, I had...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was say Hatchet 3, I actually bought at vintage stock during Crypticon because I was doing a movie run with Don, who does movie giveaways.
Oh yeah.
And it was the year that Kane was going to be there, the first one, so 2014, and I didn't own Hatchet 3 yet. And I said, if you're going to vintage stock, can I come with? Because I really need a copy of Hatchet 3. I'd seen it because it was on Amazon or something. That's where I had watched it. And I was like, I want to get Hatchet 3 signed because it's my favorite one and I still don't own it. He's like, yeah, sure. So I went and bought a used copy of Hatchet 3. And then since then I've bought it on Blu-ray and,
multiple times over, signed multiple times over. Adam Green's the one guy I think we did that thing we hate seeing other people do is bring everything they've done. Like, can you sign all of these?
Please.
And he'll do it.
Please.
But we're not the types that resell them, though, where it's like, I just want this for myself. Sign all of these for me.
So we're 41 minutes in. Evil, do you have a Brown Panty Award? Because mine is going to go to Mr. Permanio, Richard Reilly, because I love him.
I fucking don't remember everybody's name, but the buddy whose arms are ripped off.
Okay.
What the hell is his name? I can't think of his fucking name. Joel David Moore is Ben, but I can't think of what dude's...
Marcus,
that's it.
Yeah, it's Marcus.
I like him. I'll give it to him.
He's very funny.
Just because I like when he's like, he just climbs a tree. He's like, I'm just going to stay up here in this tree.
Yeah.
Which is
like you would.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's the most logical thing I could think of. Like, yeah, instead of doing a complete circle and winding up back at this fucking cabin again, I'm just going to stay 12 feet up in the air in this tree.
Also, let's go ahead and mention they almost Leviathan his ass. He is like one of the last to go. He's right there at the final showdown.
He's second to, he gets Ernie Hudson.
And that's a travesty. But I understand why Adam Green did it. He went against the stereotype of killing that character first and let him hang on all the way to the end. And that's where you run the risk.
Yeah.
Because if you kill him
you
first...
have too much hope. Like, he's going to make it.
Yeah.
He's going to Kincaid his way through this movie.
And we need to tell Adam Green the next time we come across him that type of plot device which he used is forever referred to as being Leviathaned. So you kill the black guy right before the credits, that ain't cool. Like, he's almost out of there, literally almost out of the woods.
Yeah, but I'm all right with it. In Hatchet, I do call bullshit in Leviathan. I'm like, maybe it's because I have a closer tie to Ernie Hudson than I do anybody else. But I was like, that's kind of fucked up to get that far.
Yeah, the rescue plane is like right there.
Yeah, it's lowering. The rescue ladder is being lowered as, oh shit, oh. And Peter Weller is just like, I don't think he made it. Like, he's really kind of ready to write off his shit real quick. Like, definitely Ernie Hudson's. Even if he popped back up out the water, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh, we'll
platooned his ass. Yeah,
we'll tell your story, Ernie.
He didn't make it.
I'll open a college fund in your honor. I gotta catch the ride on my Skippy here. Skippy. Do you know why it's called that, Ernie? Listen to it. Skip.
Blah, 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 blah.
He's definitely dead.
He did not make it. Yeah, that's a good brown panty award.
The red
So
seems appropriate. We're almost Friday the 13th-esque style franchise here. We bring back a brown panty achievement. Although I do like, only from the bonus materials, I do like both the girls.
yeah.
Just because the one that gets the belt stand to the face, she really like had a hard time not losing her shit just listening to Kane like behind a bush, like quote unquote getting into character, which is him just and shaking a
Kicking shit.
kicking his shit, shaking trees and bushes and stuff, and she's just like ready to fucking just pass out from fear.
Oh, it's so
I'd
good.
be like, Kane, I think you're good.
I think you're gonna kill her.
Probably
like literally.
You could probably fart and she'll die.
Oh, Kane's the man. And again, like, being such horror nerds, and we're really big Kane fans, it's nice to see him step foot into the role of another air quote icon. I'm not air quoting it to be facetious. I'm saying, like, this is the beginning. They were marketing him.
We didn't know it
as yeah. We didn't know if 2010 by the time we got the sequel, 2009, 2010. So we had a hot minute.
Oh yeah. When this came out, I was like, next horror icon. Heard that before. Like, time will tell us on that. But speaking of time will tell, how do you feel about something that can really be a pain in the ass for some folks when you're doing marathoning? I'm looking at like Phantasm. How do you feel? We have Mary Beth here, and then Swerve. We're gonna get what was Adam's first choice for Mary Beth, but just didn't ask Daniel Harris about it in time. But Daniel Harris will be taking the reins of this character from part 2 on. How are you feeling about the switch, and how do you like this Mary Beth?
I like this Mary Beth fine. She does a good job. And the switch doesn't really bother me. Mainly, I think, because it's been so many years and we're used to it. I can't really place how I felt originally.
I think I was just kind of like...
I can't remember, like, oh, okay.
I think my reaction was kind of like, oh, all right.
So she's short now. That's pretty much...
Yeah, there's the bigger hurdle of, like, this Mary Beth seems like a pretty average height woman in her early 20s. And then you have...
Tall and skinny.
Yeah, then you have Danielle Harris, who's 3 feet tall. It really
built.
It really gives, like... I feel like that's the look they wanted for Freddy vs. Jason we have here in Hatchet when it's Kane's Victor Crowley taking on Mary Beth Danielle Harris. Like, it looks like a child taking on a fucking power lifter.
Yeah. So that, it doesn't bother me. I like this Mary Beth fine for this movie. And then again, I just accept it, for the rest of the sequels or whatever. But I guess that's pretty much the only real hurdle, right? Is bumping them together and then just having to go, oh, like, so this is Mary Beth now. Like, you just have to mentally tell yourself. Like, if we made a fan cut and we cut all the movies together,
like, if
that might trip you out if you had to watch them cut together.
Probably. But I mean, rewatching the first one, have you tried to put in your mind's eye Danielle Harris in that role and like what it would sound like her doing the lines when she's being super dismissive of Ben on the bus and then on the boat? Like, have you tried to picture how Danielle Harris would play those exact lines at all, or have you just...
I suppose I haven't, but
I tried.
Now I'm going to.
It's like I totally tried that the last time I was watching it. I was like, I remember what his original pick was. Like, does it still kind of work? Like, I'm torn a bit on how she would have played it with how certain lines are said. Like how mostly just how she's like just blowing like Ben off on the bus. Like, I didn't get on this hoping you would be here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's kind of like that in like 3 with Carolyn Williams, which is one of my all-time favorite lines in cinema history. Get out my face, bitch! I just love the way she yells at Carolyn Williams and says that. But, I mean, she's got attitude in 2 and 3. So, I suppose it would probably be a little more snarky if she was Mary Beth in part 1. She would probably, it wouldn't be like there's a chance we could get together. It'd be like why don't you shut the fuck up? How she is with Colton Dunn in 2. Voodoo magic. You know, like, what you doing on this boat, girl? Like,
Danielle Harris has a good, like, the fuck are you trying to do face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
This Mary Beth has this kind of like a face.
Yeah. Well, this Mary Beth, I feel like, is very good at being sad.
Yeah, there you go.
She has she is nailing all of those emotions. But yeah, she's not as like snarky as Danielle Harris.
She's not
that's the word I'm trying to figure out.
She's not a snarky spitfire like Danielle Harris is. Danielle Harris is a little dog with a big old bite.
Yeah, she's like not a chihuahua, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's got this
droopy dog, Eeyore kind of thing going. I'm just trying to find my dad and my brother. They're probably gone. Oh, we're here again. That's the Crowley place. See it? There it is again.
But she does deliver when it's time to, like, mentally break. Yeah. She does good in stuff like that when she finds her brother and dad's corpses. That's a really, really good scene. I'm sure Danielle Harris could nail that scene as well because she's seasoned and very talented. But
yeah, she can go to just depressed sad real quick, like just the worst news you could have gotten type thing. Mm-hmm. But this Mary Beth does it pretty well. Yeah, she does as a borderline like Texas Chainsaw like break.
Yeah,
like reality has definitely said bye for a while.
I would be interested in like somewhere down the road if Adam were to put, because he owns these films, like if he were to put out a version like they did Kill Bill, right? Like the whole bloody affair where it was all edited together.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing. But like if we did Hatchet 1, 2, and 3,
put it in an actual axe like case.
Yeah, hook it up. Let's go, Adam.
Or it should be on
all my money your way.
Should be on the party boat.
Mm-hmm.
like the movies are inside a big, like that Texas Chainsaw like truck. You get the movie in that giant cardboard truck. Like, should just be the party bus or the boat.
Yes, I'm with it. Or even like the Victor Crowley skull from Hatchet 3. You like open up the top of the head and the movies.
Yeah, could definitely work too.
Is there anything else you wanted to hit on before we moved on to those next segments, Evil?
I can't think of anything other than just like, it started out strong, but I didn't know how strong it would get. Like, oh yeah, that was better than I thought it was going to be, but I had no idea how much bigger. Like, definitely when I picked up that used DVD of this after hearing about it from that Friday the 13th doc, I did not expect like, oh, I'm definitely going to be listening to this guy's podcast and definitely going to meet him more than once, and I'm definitely going to get a lot of shit signed by him and look forward to seeing him in person again and again and again.
Yeah, this guy's movies are going to change my life. Which is kind of a really weird thing to say, but yeah.
Yeah, I like did not expect that when that initially happened. Like, didn't think that that's the road it goes down. Of like looking forward to this Friday reboot, then getting to see this documentary about the series. Like, all right, getting hyped for that. Oh, what's this shit about this new movie trailer? And then I get to see this guy in parts of the documentary, so I get a little bit of like, oh, okay, what's this guy about? Let's check out what his is. Oh, it doesn't sound like anything that's revolutionary out from Jump Street, but I was like, but this is fun. This is fun. I'm curious what could happen next. And then
fast forward many, many years, and here we are.
Yeah.
Friendships forged.
We know that guy.
YouTube channels started.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Everything.
Long, weird journey. Yeah. So it's something. I'm surprised it's not been a box set done yet. I'm sure at some point that'd be a big Shout Factory.
Scream Factory, yeah.
Scream Factory gets a hold of it. Big kind of set, alternative artwork. I'm sure will be.
Devin draws poster.
Broke as fuck already. Like, I'm already like, I don't have the money for this.
Just daydreaming. So here's the thing too, like we're not done with this franchise. Like mentally, if they were today, if Bloody Disgusting was like Hatchet 5 is in
production,
like they're filming it right now, we'd be like, holy fuck, dude. Like we're still so like very much involved with this franchise to where the news of a new one would hype us, would not upset us or make us go, I don't know. Like case in point, the Pet Sematary prequel we were just discussing a couple days ago, like, oh, it's coming to Paramount Plus on like October 15th or whatever, and you and me both are like, I don't know.
I think that was my extent of my reaction was,
yeah, like, I don't know about this. I mean, I know about it, but I don't know about it.
I don't know about this, like, Wayne.
And that's the difference between, you know, like, we love Pet Sematary. We praise Pet Sematary.
I think we talked about that franchise here.
Yeah, we have on this podcast. But at the announcement of a new one, we both went, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna.
Prequels are also a hard sell anyway. Like, I really like.
But
really, an Origins. All right.
But if so here's the flip side of that coin. If Hatchet 5 said, well, we're coming out, but we're just going to be called
Hatch.
You know, we did Victor Crowley. So what if we did, Crowley or whatever, and we did a prequel.
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
Mr. Crowley's Wild Ride.
Would you watch a prequel where it had that whole voodoo curse and that whole...
I'd watch a prequel, but I wouldn't be as hyped, probably.
I got you. Yeah. Maybe it's like...
Now, the alternative is, what I would really like is why wouldn't, Texas Chainsaw's done. Why doesn't Gun Media shift towards this? Like, you could totally make Friday the 13th, the same fucking game. Just make Friday the 13th the game again, but put it here. Put it in Honey Island Swamp. Give us Crowley. Literally just swap shit out. You don't even got to change the weapons or the fucking kills, man. You could leave all that shit the same, tweak some stuff here and there, and would have at least 2 instant buys between us.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the game version of this, and give me the Friday the 13th style game of this. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
What I want is.
That would be probably more hype than a movie, honestly, at this point.
What I want is Adam to get some money. Obviously,
we all want Adam to get more money.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did Victor Crowley in secret. We'll get to that in a few weeks. But like, if he had some money, I think I've told you my idea. Like, what I would love is the ambulance and everything is there at the end of Victor Crowley, and so let's say they just like scoop up what's left of Victor Crowley in a bucket. They take them into like New Orleans to a hospital.
Oh, yeah.
They're in a hospital in New Orleans with your survivors. Perry Shen's there. Danielle Harris has her shotgun. She's on her way to that hospital. Victor Crowley, like, reassembles and is in this hospital. So we get a little Halloween 2 of him in the hospital. But then he pursues Perry Shen and Danielle Harris out of the hospital into the streets of New Orleans, which gives us a little Jason Takes Manhattan. So then we have all of these different avenues to explore. We have Mardi Gras. We have the potential for a ton of
Mardi Gras
victims.
Graveyard, which we brought up slightly, but Perry Shen has a very Friday the 13th the game kill. He gets his fucking leg taken out from him, and then a shovel to the head, and complete decapitation. But if you've not seen this series, mini spoiler, Perry Shen's going to come back again and again and again. And you're like, how the fuck is he coming back? His head and leg were removed from his body. He'll be back. It's hilarious.
Yes, they all look alike. All right, you want to move on to the next segment?
All right, the most painful segment for Adam Green fans for the next 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks. It's time for them 1-star reviews.
Hated it.
Joey Weems. May 8, 2023, 1-star garbage awful movie.
Did Trent write this?
Maybe Neil. Maybe he knows Neil here on July 17th, 2022. 1 star, really low grade. I didn't enjoy this movie at all. Saw so many positive reviews, and the fact that there are a couple of sequels, I thought it would be worth a watch. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it scary. Horror comedies are some of my favorite films, but I just felt this one really missed the mark. Big time. I wonder what horror comedies he does like then.
Well, I was saying, like, Shaun of the Dead, was big. Obviously, everybody loves Shaun of the Dead. I've never met one person who goes, I don't like that movie. Not one.
Yeah, man. That should be a top 5 list. You just do a video of movies you've never heard a single person say anything negative about. Maybe we should discover Shaun of the Dead so I can get some 1 stars about it.
Maniac Cop 3.
Yeah. Coming down the line on Deep Cuts, the Cornetto Ice Cream Trilogy.
Absolutely.
W. Mia Neck on
Miak?
Mia Neck. Literally the word like the name Mia and Neck with an extra E on the end.
Must be French.
W. Manecki. April 4th, 2014. 1 star. Blunt and dull. Personally, I just don't know what all the praise and fuss is about. This was awkward, stagey, and sorely in need of at least a few script revisions. The gore, nothing to get excited about. Mostly of the school, mostly of the school of person's torso suddenly becoming wider than he's lost an arm effects. I don't know why that was such a strain to read. Backlit,
it's worded very weird.
Yeah, backlit gore shots are even reused. Brings nothing new, welcome, or distinctive to the genre. Victor Crowley has no icon worthiness to speak of. My favorite part was Perry Shin's stealing faux Cajun performance before it spiraled into a bad Hollywood Asian stereotype. Otherwise, it left me feeling very annoyed. Very annoyed at the time I wasted watching this movie. Boo!
Fine. Dang.
Foo dang.
I don't get it, man.
M. Peterson, May 5th, 2014. 1 star. What a huge disappointment. I feel like I have had $10 stolen from me. The build-up for this movie was and is big. I didn't even finish it. It's an insult to all slasher fans. This movie is a huge was. I'm sure he meant to say waste, but he left off the T and E. This movie is a huge was of time and money. Don't rent it, buy it, waste your time watching it, even if it's a free version of it.
Sour. That guy's sour.
My bitter, sour ass.
Right? Oh, I will get you a new one ASAP.
Someone poured this movie straight from his butt.
So, okay, we didn't talk about it in that whole first hour. Let me just say this. He came up with this idea when he was at summer camp when he was like 6 years old. And he's carried this idea with him since he was a child.
And didn't after he make it, like somebody wrote him, like sent him like all this shit of like, that's not the story of the real Victor Crowley. Here's the story of the real Victor Crowley. Like, oh, someone even went crazier than that.
So, he's just been carrying this story around with him since he was a kid and decided that, he wanted to make it into a movie.
It's Cajun cropsy.
Yeah, it's from the brain of a adolescent, too. It's very similar to The Barn, which is another movie that I absolutely praise. This came up with it when he was, like, in kindergarten and wrote these stories.
Which has a sequel now, so Barn retrospective series potentially down the line.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Howard Gibson. March 26, 2022. 1 star. Error. It wouldn't let me watch it. Keep saying an error. Try again.
You shall not pass.
So I guess no star reviews for Error. Sherry K. March 10th, 2020. 1 star. No. Really B-rated and started off a bit interesting of a story, but ultimately delivered nothing but just a bunch of gore.
And yeah,
It's true.
be happy.
RH on September 9th, 2019, 1 star. This was absolutely horrible. There's no way these 5-star reviews are real. Bad acting, horrible storyline, just a joke and waste of my time.
Another sour, bitter ass.
Like, it's like, no way these 1 stars or these 5 stars are real. It's all bullshit. Z on February 27th, 2021, 1 star, -10.
Wow.
Waste of time, a -10.
No, sir, he didn't like it. What year was that? 20 what?
2021, so just 2 years ago. This one makes no sense to me at all.
Uh-oh.
That maybe he meant to say 4 stars, but he wrote 1 star from no name. So Rondell Del Branch on October 12th, 2021, 1 star. It's cheese, boobs, and cheese.
And there's a problem?
That is what I want on the cover of the movie. Cheese, boobs, and cheese. Shit, I couldn't get my $7 out of my wallet fast enough for that.
No shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh. To follow up with that, JC, John Carl, I don't know, July 3rd, 2015, he says 1 star, cheesy.
With a Z?
No, just a CHEESY, cheesy. NB on July 15th, 2015, 1 star, ... I'm speechless.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
I'm speechless. Well, that's good, but I mean, you still...
I have nothing to say about this, but I have to tell you, I got nothing.
Yeah. You came to say you had nothing to say.
And you can't...
Which says everything.
Outside of cheese, boobs, and cheese, the best 1 star on here, the best way to send off the 1 star is for the first Hatchet film on January 2nd, 2017. Stefan says 1 star, stupid. SCHDUUPIDD, stupid.
I like it. Oh, nothing else, just that.
Yeah, that's
Just
all.
stupid.
Yeah, that's a mic drop.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Yep. Boom.
Done.
There it is. Oh boy.
Which is totally a side bit. What I would love to do for reviews on the YouTube channel is just start doing reviews for movies I've not seen. Here's Evil's review of The Green Mile. I haven't seen it.
Just start making shorts.
Yeah,
There you go.
credits. Like, I haven't seen it.
And then just
Stupid.
Here's Evil's review of You've Got Mail.
It's totally wild. Just cut.
Way sexy.
Like, clearly, like, cut it off. Like, I've said a whole lot more, but just like, oh, it was wild. Cut.
Yeah, you might have to start doing some vertical videos.
You know, I'll just send those over and like, if they upload these at the channel, they'll get hundreds of views.
Fucking 20s of views. YouTube. How I loathe thee. But now that we're done with our Amazon 1-star reviews, Evil, what does that mean?
Time to strap up your boots. Hire the best Motorhead fan band you can find. I don't work cheap, but it's time to play the game.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. Oh, what a genius. You didn't know the vibrator goes in your cooch, not your ear, right?
That's right. It is time to play the game. And if you're new here, welcome. But you're probably scratching your head, asking yourself, what is the game? Well, the game is a deep cut in and of itself where you got to pick a prop from the movie that we are covering. And since we are covering Hatchet, you got to pick a prop from the movie, but it can't be a well-known prop. So make it weird, make it odd. It can't be Victor Crowley's coveralls, and it can't be his hatchet, because those are both low-hanging fruit. So make it different, make it weird, make it odd. And let us know on Discord. Let us know on the comments on this podcast. Let us know on YouTube, Facebook, Patreon, wherever you find us.
Tell us.
Yeah, that was a little rough. It's been a couple weeks since we've recorded. I'll tighten that back up next week.
That's a fun part. We plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. And then when we have to do something, we're like, oh, I forgot how to do this a little bit. We'll get back into it.
It's been a minute. I have to tighten the skills again, the talking skills.
Cross the T's and dot them lowercase J's.
You guys finish the permits?
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Awesome.
Most people just take it and never come back.
We have a problem with the red rope licorice. Jump to
Eat me! So, like I didn't say, because you all didn't hear it, this is Roger's baby, his franchise. So, unlike the live streams where we talked about this whole series a good while back, one of the things absent from that live stream is something exclusive only to the podcast is this segment, Playing the Game. So, I'm super curious what it's going to be like for Raj to pick just one prop he wants to take home from this franchise bit by bit. So I can't not hear what you're going to take first, sir. So what in the world are you taking from the Hatchet 1 movie?
Well, like I said, it's got to be weird. It's got to be different. And I'm cheating a little bit because mine is 2 props, essentially. Kind of, sort of. So what I'm going to take is I'm going to take the bowl and spoon that Kane Hodder feeds young Victor Crowley with. He's feeding him like oatmeal or porridge or some nasty, ridiculous
always something
paste.
Gross baby food.
Just like dripping down the face.
Same shit RoboCop eats.
Tastes like baby food. Literally looks like Bisquick. Like just a bowl. Just oozing.
Yeah, we're having pancakes tonight, Victor. But I forgot to actually make the pancakes. We're just going to eat the batter.
We're going to fill in those stairs on Elm Street.
It's a poor man's cake instead of a pancake. Which isn't young Victor Crowley played by played by the future
Adam's ex-wife,
future ex Miss Green,
Cuntosaurus Rex. Yeah, played by her.
Not bitter at all.
No, yeah, I'm not bitter. It's not my ex-wife, but I'd still fucking elbow her in her nose.
Oh.
But you hurt my friend. You were mean to my friend. What, that whore?
Hi, Kevin. We hate him. Die, Kevin.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's got to be my prop because it's weird, different.
Yeah.
Little, yellow, different.
New print, yes. It was tough because it's hard not to want to take that belt sander or the the head that's ripped in half, which we see again on the Holliston TV show. That Seth Green is to pull apart. But if I'm going deep cut, I'm gonna go deep cut. So give me Adam's weed beads that he's wearing at the beginning of the movie.
The weed beads.
Yeah, the weed beads. I'm gonna put the weed beads up and be like, "Yep, this is what background character Adam Green was wearing in his first movie."
I love it.
Which he apparently doesn't even partake in that stuff. Like, does not do that. But he does smoke cigarettes, which I do know when we first saw Adam and saw him smoking cigarettes. It's like we just seen like our, like Smokey the Bear setting a house on fire.
Yeah, no, we were sad. We're like, you don't do that.
Like, Adam, those are terrible for you.
You know that can kill you, right? Like,
Adam's dying. We gotta save Adam.
Just tackle him.
Oh my god.
Give me the marbles now.
He just wakes up tied to a chair and we're doing the fucking cat's eye thing of just beating up the cigarette pack in front of him. This is for you, Mr. Green. You're welcome. Now,
cigarettes are bad for you.
And now, speaking on the terms of we just saved your life, we would like work in your next feature film. I figure that went without saying, but let's go ahead and get into writing here.
Mm-hmm. Sign it with your blood from your pinky. It's like Suicide Kings. We have them like tied up.
But yeah, that was so weirdly disappointing. You're like, oh, Adam smokes cigarettes.
It was sad. I'm still sad about it.
Like if he was drinking a beer or something like that, it'd have been fine. To me, I guess. But like just smoking cigarettes, I'm like, oh man, Adam.
It's gross, man. Yeah, it's gross, dude.
Thought you were
That's a gross thing.
Thought you were better than that. If we were to buy another cameo from Adam, that's what I want to be like. Adam, we're disappointed that you smoke cigarettes. Would you quit for us?
Please and
Here's
thank
$40.
you.
Tell us your response.
It's bad for your lungs, and we want you to be around for a long, long time.
He's doing that fucking cat's eye thing there where he's got like 9 of them in his mouth. He's all...
Fuck you guys.
Nope. Click.
That'd be hilarious. Actually, don't do that, Adam. If you're listening to this, don't do it.
Clearly, I know he's listening. He's been waiting for us to get to this particular set of movies. And he's like, finally, what took so long?
I wish we could stay here forever.
We'll stay here for like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's long enough.
Maybe they'll come out with a new one by then, by the time we're done. You never
Who
know.
knows? Yeah, maybe there's a game in development that will just get dropped out of nowhere.
Please, Hatchet 5 trailer on Halloween Day. Let's go. But yeah, I suppose, Evil, on that note, we should probably get going, because after all, there's a lot of movies out there, and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
Oh, yeah, that's just one of the local alligator hunters. He sits there, yells things, drinks his own piss. He's he's crack.